Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer bought this all-in-one printer for a very specific, limited purpose. Not needing it for a regular job or daily life, our reviewer simply wanted an affordable solution for the occasional need to print, sign, and scan documents like employer verification forms. The goal was to find a machine that could handle a couple of dozen pages throughout the year without a hefty price tag, and this particular device, which came with a small set of setup ink cartridges, fit the bill perfectly. An unexpected and welcome feature was the device's LCD display. Unlike the typical gray backgrounds that can be difficult to read, this screen uses a high-contrast black background with light text. For this client who has a vision impairment, this was a significant benefit, allowing them to complete the entire setup process independently. The inclusion of a responsive touchscreen was another pleasant surprise on such an economically priced machine. The decision to purchase this printer came after considerable research into the practices of other major manufacturers. Our reviewer was determined to avoid brands known for frustrating tactics, such as one company that reportedly uses firmware updates to block the use of more affordable generic ink cartridges. Another popular brand was also ruled out due to widespread complaints about its printers ceasing to function if they merely suspect ink levels are low, even if plenty of ink remains. After finding no evidence of similar consumer-unfriendly practices from the maker of this printer, and seeing that most negative reviews were from users with mismatched expectations, the choice became clear. Setting up the device was straightforward, and following another user's advice to use the included disk rather than a web-based setup resulted in a smooth installation. Initial tests of printing and scanning were successful, producing clear PDFs that were perfectly suitable for their intended purpose. So far, this printer has proven to be a solid, drama-free choice for light, occasional use.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer came to this particular printer after a printhead failure on a similar, older model from the same manufacturer, which had served them well for several years. In fact, this is their third machine from this company in about a decade, so they have a lot of familiarity with the brand. They found this new device to be quite similar to their last one, but with a few key differences. On the positive side, the controls have been updated and are a bit more intuitive to navigate. The print quality is perfectly good on the standard settings, and at the end of the day, it does what it's supposed to do. It prints, scans, and copies reliably. However, our reviewer did note a few drawbacks. A primary complaint involves the physical design, specifically that the paper isn't contained within a neat internal tray. Instead, it loads from the front and remains exposed, causing the front of the printer to stick out and take up more valuable desk space, a trait they feel is common with this brand's products. Furthermore, while the machine has a quiet mode, it wasn't nearly as silent as the mode on their previous model. Another inconvenience they found was with scanning multiple pages into a single PDF file. It can't be done directly from the printer's controls. Instead, you have to use a software utility on the computer, which works well but is an extra step. Ultimately, this client believes that if you are already a fan of this manufacturer, this printer is a solid choice that won't disappoint, despite its quirks. The main reason for their continued brand loyalty is the flexibility with ink. They appreciate that this company allows the use of remanufactured cartridges, a significant advantage over other brands that can lock the device or whose proprietary ink is just too expensive for the page yield.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer thinks this printer is almost perfect. The photo quality is outstanding, and the replacement ink cartridges are reasonably priced and incredibly easy to install. Our reviewer particularly appreciates the indicator lights on the cartridges, which confirm proper installation, a welcome change from older models that required test pages to verify correct placement. However, this all-in-one has a significant drawback that seems to be a common issue with devices of this type. It struggles with printing text documents. When using regular paper and selecting the plain paper setting, the printer leaves noticeable white lines across the page. Fortunately, there's a simple workaround, changing the paper setting to glossy photo paper in the print preview. This client tried all the standard troubleshooting steps, like cleaning and alignment checks, but nothing worked except the paper setting adjustment. If it weren't for this glitch, this reviewer would have given this printer a perfect score. Even though the workaround is relatively easy, the fact that most users wouldn't know about it and would have to research the problem themselves warrants a star deduction. Despite this issue, the client still believes this printer is otherwise an excellent machine.
That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.